All right, let's do this. Time for a deep dive into World Cup 2024 in Spain. And we're going deep, right? Not just scores and highlights. We're talking about what made this tournament stand out, what really got people talking, like that document packed with online buzz, all that chatter under hashtag World Cup 2024. That seems like the perfect place to start, right?
Yeah. What I found really interesting is how this World Cup was something else, Like, it went beyond just another sporting event. It was more like a cultural phenomenon, global reach, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, for sure. Everyone was glued to their screens, it felt like. So how did it grab everyone's attention like that? Both on and off the field, I mean.
Well, the World Cup has always had this way of transcending sport. I mean, it's been happening for years. It just becomes this global cultural phenomenon.
Okay, so more than just a game. Got it. Any particular examples come to mind?
Oh, tons. Think back to Morocco's run in 2022. Total surprise. Nobody saw that coming, and it captivated audiences everywhere. It's that unpredictability. That's what keeps people on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, that was wild. And this time around, Spain hosting, I bet that added a whole other level of excitement.
Oh, absolutely. Can you imagine that opening ceremony? It's Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid. Must have been electric.
Electric. And the whole thing blew up online. Everyone was using hashtag World Cup 2024. You know what really stood out to me, though? Spain's focus on all that sustainability stuff. Solar-powered stadiums, eco-friendly transportation, all of that. Was that all for show, you think, or did it actually make a difference?
Some might call it a PR stunt. Sure. But they did get a lot of genuine praise online, a lot of positive buzz. It speaks to something bigger, this global shift towards sustainability and setting an example for these massive events.
I can see why that resonated with people. Okay, so we've got sustainable stadiums, a massive opening ceremony, but what about the actual matches? Anything surprising go down in the group stages?
Oh, absolutely. Group E, the group of death, that was a nail-biter for sure.
Yeah.
Brazil, Germany, Nigeria, South Korea, all heavy hitters. Every match was unpredictable. You just didn't know who was going to come out on top.
Wow, that's pressure. So not just about which teams would advance, but also who would step up as individuals, right?
Precisely. Mbappe, Haaland, Vinicius Jr., they were all phenomenal. Everyone was buzzing about them, fueling all sorts of speculation about the Ballon d'Or, of course.
Yeah, the debates. So any new faces that really made a name for themselves.
You bet. Spain's Alejandro Garnacho, for one, and England's Jude Bellingham. Both young players really rose to the occasion. A lot of buzz around them under hashtag World Cup 2024.
It's always exciting to see those fresh talents emerge on such a big stage. But what about the underdog stories? Anything like Morocco's run from 2022?
Oh, yeah, plenty. Japan pulling off that shock win against Argentina, that was huge. It wasn't about star power. They outmaneuvered them, exploited weaknesses. People were immediately wondering if they could go all the way.
That's what I love about the World Cup. You just never know. Any other teams defying expectations?
Senegal, the reigning African champs, kept that momentum going, just dominated their group. They really showed the world that heart and resilience can be just as powerful as having those big names on your team.
For sure. It's that collective spirit that really shines through. So how about the fan experience? How did all that tech and social media stuff change the way people watch the World Cup?
Oh, that's a great question. Social media, especially hashtag World Cup 2024, became like the central nervous system of the whole tournament. Fans were connected in real time, reactions, debates, the whole shebang.
Yeah, it was everywhere. Any particularly interesting uses of hashtag World Cup 2024? Beyond just cheering, I mean.
Oh, people were going all out.
Yeah.
Live updates, memes, dissecting every play, even creating fantasy leagues, sharing predictions. It was like this giant online watch party.
So it brought people together, even if they weren't physically in the same place. And it's more than just the game itself, right? People expressing their national pride, their cultural heritage, connecting with other fans all over the world.
Absolutely. This kind of virtual stadium atmosphere reaching far beyond any physical location.
That's pretty amazing. It sounds like technology was playing a big role, not just for the fans, but even within the matches themselves.
Oh, for sure. Remember VAR, the video assistant referee? Well, they rolled out VAR 2.0, faster decisions, more accurate calls, the whole package.
Less waiting around, more action. Got to be good for everyone, both the players and the fans. Any other cool tech you noticed in the stadiums?
You bet. Some stadiums had augmented reality experiences. You could use your phone, access real-time stats, player info, even virtual replays. Just added another dimension to watching the game live.
Wow, sounds like a tech revolution. But did we still get those classic rivalries that make the World Cup so thrilling? Even with all the new tech, I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Some of those classic matchups were reignited, just fueled the excitement on long and off.
Like what? Give me the highlights.
Well, you had Argentina and Brazil. That draw was intense. Messi versus Neymar, a clash of titans.
Classic. Any other matches that really got people talking?
England beating Germany, a historic rivalry, always a big one. And then France with Mbappe scoring 2 goals, taking down Italy. It's those historical rivalries, all the emotion from past encounters. It just adds so much weight to these matches.
You can just feel the history, right? So much drama. You know, another thing I loved about this World Cup was the focus on women's football. It felt like a real step forward. What are your thoughts on that?
Totally agree. It was fantastic to see Spain's Women's World Cup champions playing that exhibition match alongside the men's team. A lot of discussion online about that. Hashtag World Cup 2024 was buzzing. I think it really shows the growing global support for women's football and how much more prominent it's becoming.
Yeah, it's great to see. And what kind of reactions were you seeing from the players and fans?
A lot of the women players expressed how much they appreciated the platform, the visibility, and the fans, both men and women, were overwhelmingly supportive online. It was all about celebrating skill and athleticism, and it sparked some important conversations about gender equality in the sport. Hopefully this is just the beginning.
I hope so, too. It's bigger than just the game itself, isn't it? It's about what it represents. Now, an event like this, on such a huge scale, it has to have a major impact, not just on the fans, but also on the host country. What were some of the economic and social impacts of having the World Cup in Spain?
Oh, the impact was huge. Tourism boomed, especially in cities like Barcelona and Seville. All those visitors brought in a lot of revenue and created a bunch of temporary jobs, too.
So a boost for the economy. But did it also have a social impact? Did it really bring people together?
Absolutely. Beyond the economics, there was this sense of global unity, this diplomatic engagement. People from all over the world celebrating their love for football, overlooking cultural differences. There was this feeling of shared humanity,
That's the beautiful thing about sports, isn't it? That power to unite us. But even with all the good stuff, I'm sure there were some challenges, some controversies along the way. What were some of the hurdles they had to deal with during the tournament?
Of course, there are always going to be challenges. The ticket prices, for example, were a major concern for some fans. A lot of people felt like they were priced out of the experience, sparking debate about making it more accessible for everyone in the future.
It's a shame when passionate fans can't be there in person. Were there any other issues that stood out?
Well, even with VAR 2.0, some of those refereeing decisions still caused controversy, fueled a lot of passionate debate online. Ensuring fairness and consistency in officiating, that remains a challenge. And of course, with an event this big, security was a top priority. They had to implement some pretty robust measures to keep everyone safe.
For sure. Those are things future hosts need to keep in mind. But enough about the challenges. Let's get back to the excitement. The knockout stages, that's where things really get intense. What are you most looking forward to?
Oh man, those knockout stage matchups are going to be epic. Brazil going up against Japan, Neymar versus that Japanese defense, that's going to be something else. And then you've got France and England, those European giants going head-to-head, and Mbappe leading the charge. That's going to be explosive.
I can't wait to see who comes out on top in those matches. Each team has proven themselves. It's anyone's game at this point. What about Spain? Think they can use that home advantage to reach the final?
It's got a tough one against Senegal, the reigning African champions. Two completely different styles of play. Spain with their possession game and Senegal with their dynamic physical approach. It's going to be a fascinating battle of tactics.
I can already picture the passion and intensity from both sides. It's going to be unforgettable. What's really striking is how this World Cup has become so much more than just the matches themselves. It's everywhere. The art, the music, the fashion, it's all been influenced by this event.
You've hit the nail on the head. The ripple effects, culturally speaking, have been huge. Take the fan art, for example. So much creativity, people expressing their passion through illustrations, paintings, digital art. It's amazing how inspiring this tournament has been.
It's amazing to see how art can bring people together, regardless of language or background. The World Cup has really sparked something special in that regard. And what about the music? Didn't Spain have those amazing fan zones where music played a big role in the atmosphere?
Those fan zones were like giant parties. Local artists, DJs, all bringing the energy, celebrating football and Spanish culture together. Music has this way of amplifying the emotions, creating memories that last. It's a powerful force for sure.
It really sets the vibe, doesn't it? Speaking of vibes, you can't forget about the fashion. It feels like everyone wants to wear their team's colors to show their support.
Oh, for sure. The World Cup is a fashion show in itself. A sea of jerseys and scarves, a visual representation of national pride. It's a beautiful thing to see, people from all walks of life united by this sport.
It's about belonging, about sharing that identity. And of course, you can't talk about big events like this without mentioning the brands. They must be loving all the hype around the World Cup. Did you notice any clever marketing strategies they used?
The brands were all over hashtag World Cup 2024, using it as a platform to connect with fans in new and creative ways. Adidas and Nike, as always, they launched those exclusive kits and fan gear, sparking conversations and driving those sales.
Their marketing is always on point, playing on the emotions of the tournament, the narratives. Were there any other brands that really stood out to you?
Coca-Cola, they always go big for the World Cup, and this year was no different. They had some great social media challenges and campaigns, all about that global unity and celebration vibe. Smart marketing, associating themselves with the positive energy of the World Cup.
It's not just about pushing products, it's about becoming part of the conversation, right? What about the brands that aren't directly tied to sports? Did you see any unexpected players making a splash?
I was impressed by Visa's campaign. They were promoting their cashless payment options inside the stadiums, highlighting how they make the fan experience smoother. Nothing flashy, but it addresses a real need. It's those little things that resonate with people.
So the impact of the World Cup really goes far beyond the football pitch. It's influencing fashion, inspiring art, and giving brands a platform to connect with people in new ways. It's truly a global phenomenon.
It's so much more than just those 90 minutes on the field, right?
Yeah.
It's the cultural impact, the economic boost, the legacy it leaves behind. Speaking of legacy, maybe it's time we dive into that aspect and explore how this 2024 World Cup is shaping the future of this sport we love.
Absolutely. Let's shift our focus to the lasting impact, the legacy of the 2024 World Cup. What will it mean for Spain, the teams, and the world at large?
It's incredible, isn't it? This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the broader impact of the World Cup.
I know, right? We've gone way beyond just the game itself, and it's fascinating to see how this tournament has become a global phenomenon, sparking conversations and inspiring people all over the world.
It's definitely more than just goals and scores, that's for sure. And each World Cup adds its own unique chapter to the story. This 2024 tournament in Spain, with all the buzz we've seen online with hashtag World Cup 2024, it'll be remembered for those incredible moments, the players who made history, and how it reflects the way football is changing.
You're right. Think about those intense group stage matches, the emergence of young talents like Garnacho and Bellingham, those underdog stories that nobody predicted. These are the stories that people will be talking about for years to come.
Yeah, those were some special moments. And it wasn't just about what happened on the field either. We saw Spain's dedication to sustainability, the use of cutting-edge technology to make the fan experience even better, and the increased focus on women's football. It all points to the future of the sport.
I agree. It's a really powerful reminder that the World Cup is so much more than just a competition. It's a reflection of our times, a platform for positive change, and a catalyst for change on a global scale. It's really remarkable.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I keep coming back to this question. How can events like the World Cup, with their incredible ability to bring people together from all over the world, help us create a more understanding and cooperative global community, especially in a world where we often feel so divided? Something to think about.
That's a great point. It highlights the potential of sports to transcend borders and break down barriers. When you see fans from different countries, cultures, and backgrounds united by their passion for football, it gives you hope, It reminds us of our shared humanity, even amidst all our differences.
Well said. And as this 2024 World Cup comes to a close, let's all try to carry that spirit with us. Let's use the passion and excitement of this beautiful game to connect with each other and inspire positive change in the world.
Couldn't agree more. It's been an absolute pleasure exploring the depths of hashtag World Cup 2024 with you. Until next time, may the love for this beautiful game continue to unite us all.
It's really amazing what we've uncovered, This deep dive has shown us just how many layers there are to the World Cup.
I know, right? We've dug so much deeper than just the results, and it's clear to see why this event captures the world attention. It sparks conversations, inspires creativity, and leaves a real lasting impact. It's been quite a journey.
And every World Cup adds its own unique flavor to that story. This 2024 tournament in Spain, it'll be remembered for its big moments, its standout players, and how it reflects the changing face of football. Hashtag World Cup 2024 captured it all.
It did. I mean, think about those nail-biting group stage matches, the rise of those young stars like Garnacho and Bellingham and all those underdog victories that nobody saw coming. Those are the stories that people will be talking about for years. They really embody the spirit of the tournament.
They do. And beyond the excitement on the field, we saw Spain's dedication to sustainability, all that cutting-edge technology enhancing the fan experience, and of course the spotlight on women's football. It's all pointing towards the future of the sport.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder that the World Cup is more than just a competition. It reflects our times, it's a stage for progress, and it can even spark positive change on a global level.
It really can. And, as we wrap up this deep dive, I can't help but wonder, how can events like the World Cup, with their power to unite people from all over the world, how can they help us build a more understanding and cooperative global community? Especially in a world that often feels so divided. It's something to think about for sure.
It is. It really makes you appreciate the potential of sports to break down barriers and transcend borders. Seeing all those fans from different backgrounds, different cultures, all united by their love for football, it gives you hope. It's a reminder of our shared humanity despite all our differences.
You said it. So as the final whistle blows on this 2024 World Cup, let's hold on to that spirit. Let's use the passion and energy of this beautiful game to connect with each other and make a positive impact on the world.
I'm all for that. It's been a privilege exploring the depths of #WorldCup2024 with you. Until next time, may the love for the beautiful game continue to bring us all together.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.